Piers Morgan, we're coming for you. Piers Morgan, go back where you came from. So be it. Piers Morgan, you redcoat, scum-filled piece of garbage. Damn you, Piers Morgan, you communist. Love it or leave it, Piers. Love it or leave it. Greetings, my fellow Americans. We are live. This is Live Free or Die. And I'm your host, Eli King. That song, Don't Tread On Me by Metallica, goes out to no other than Piers Morgan. You British communist, loyalist bastard. Get out of my country, you scumbag. Oh, this guy's all over the news all week, talking about, oh, we need to get rid of assault rifles in America. Oh, what a tragedy. Oh, I'm British. Oh. You need to go back to your country, you piece of garbage, you maggot-filled, scum, sack, diseased piece of trash. Oh, boy. All right. Actually, before we get on the Piers Morgan piece of trash subject, trust me, we're going to get on him. I want to show a gross violation of one of our Constitution amendments, the 4th Amendment. And then in Texas, no less. All right, let's get to it. This video is very graphic, sexually, that is. I don't know if I'm supposed to show this before 11 o'clock on the Manhattan Neighborhood Network. But, you know, this is real journalism, so we need to show it, okay? People need to see this gross violation of the 4th Amendment. On the side of the highway, some police officer's gonna stick his finger up two ladies' buttholes. Oh. Let's go to the clip.
That's fine. My name's Trooper Farrell. What's the highway patrol? Ready for the contactors. I watched both of you throw cigarettes out on 2 separate occasions. I watched the cigarette go out the passenger side, and then a couple miles down the road, you threw a cigarette out. Is there a reason you guys are throwing cigarettes out on the road?
No.
Okay.
I don't remember doing it, to be honest with you. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Were you both smoking in the car? All right.
I used to.
All right. What's going to happen is you're both going to receive a citation for throwing trash out on the highway.
Okay.
People got to pick that trash up, and it's really unsafe to have to do that on the highway.
I understand.
Here we go. She's getting on the gloves, and she's about to insert her finger in her butt. Oh, let me grab on your breastises there, because you threw a cigarette butt out the car. Oh, now it's time to search your anal cavity. Oh, like my mama always taught me, go from back to front. Yeah, I have great hygiene. And now, on to the next one. And I won't even bother to change my gloves.
Hey, Angel, come here real quick. What are these 2 pills here?
Don't touch
them. Take your hands out of it.
That's a Centroid, and that's off of one of my Piers that was just broke off.
What are they for?
Oh, yeah, the Percocet.
I take that daily, since I was 16, and Piers there's a bottle in there.
And what's that for?
It's for migraines.
Okay, I'm going back over there.
And the Piers, the Percocet, actually came up missing after the search. Good on you, trooper. Oh, here we go. Right in your butthole there. Is there any marijuana in your butthole? All right, back to front. That's how we do it in my house. Yep. Yep. Now we're gonna stick my finger in your little vaginal area there. That's the 4th Amendment for you, down here in Texas. Oh, let me dig a little deeper. Hold on.
Oh, this.
I mean, she's got to...
This has been an eye-opening experience for me, okay? Never been pulled over, never searched like this. It's just, I mean, I was like totally violated over there a few minutes ago. I had a finger in my ass and a finger in my coochie, and I am this is so embarrassing to me.
It's because somebody's a daily smoker in that car. Okay, and you can attribute it to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, real nice, Trooper. Real nice.
And really never drive it.
Don't have a seat in the car. I'll be up there in a minute.
Real nice. All right, so that was a gross violation of our Fourth Amendment. As you saw there, the trooper called over a female officer to stick her fingers inside. I got 2 daughters, okay? And if that were ever to happen to my 2 daughters, I'm sorry. You, trooper, peace officer, whoever you are, would have problems. Serious problems. I hope they sue them to the fullest. Everybody who gets violated like this needs to pursue and sue. Sue the department and sue them personally. That was the bonehead peace officer, police officer, trooper move of the week. All right, now, on to some more exciting news. This next article is from Kurt Nemo at Infowars.com, and it states, sign the petition to deport Piers Morgan for his attack on the Constitution. And if you go to Infowars.com, you can see we have here, sign the petition. Go to Infowars, and let's go down here. Let's see how many signatures they have up there so far. So far, we have 9,106 signatures to deport British citizen Piers Morgan for attacking the Second Amendment. How wonderful is that? So get on the White House thing and sign that damn petition. Go to Infowars; it'll send you there. And the reason why is because, like I said, this guy has been stemming an attack all week on American gun rights and our Second Amendment. And Piers Morgan also says he's coming to conquer America. This scumbag. This guy was kicked out of his own country for filing a phony report. He was fired from his news station back in England, where he needs to go back, that piece of trash. Also, he tweeted, coming to America and kicking your butts. And this guy uses some shady tactics, I tell you. He calls up this debate panel, which the room is 99% filled with Democratic, gun-fearing, so-called liberals. And he puts one constitutionalist in there, Professor John Lott, who's basically an expert at guns, and basically, more guns equal less crime, stuff like that. And they just abuse they call them assault rifles, and they basically want to ban them. Let me tell you something, boys and girls. If you think you're going to take away guns from true red-blooded American citizens, you got another thing coming, okay? Another thing is coming. And I think it may be a civil war, and I think this is exactly what they want. So we cannot play into their hands. We cannot allow them to start a civil war. So we must speak up now. Speak up like this. Do your own show or something. Call your senators. Write them letters. Write them letters. Get in their face when they make little appearances at the grocery store or at the town hall meeting. Voice your opinion. Because they tell you, oh, everybody's turning in their guns in with this buyback program. It's so wonderful. What they're not telling you is gun purchases have skyrocketed. More people are buying guns than people are turning them in. Because these are people who understand and know the Constitution. And here we got, we're moving on now, Ed Schultz from MSNBC, another scumbag, states, confiscate guns and kill the Second Amendment. We need to confiscate all assault weapons, because assault weapons is what caused this tragedy in the school. Actually, you morons, assault weapons is not what caused the tragedy. But, let's move on to another person who claims this is assault weapons. This is from Governor Cuomo, and he says, New York governor, gun confiscation and forced buyback an option. Basically, he says he's going to start this forced buyback program, and Yeah, and basically collect all semi-auto weapons. But here he says, I don't think legitimate sportsmen are going to say, I need an assault weapon to go hunting, Cuomo said, according to the New York Times. There is a balance here. I understand the rights of gun owners, and I understand the rights of hunters. Also, foreign governments plot to take American guns. This is from Aaron Dykes and Alex Jones at Infowars.com. Communist Chinese government call for Americans to be disarmed. Now you got China, you got Russia, you got all the commie countries loving this. I tell you why. Because that gives them a chance to invade us, okay, people? If you think we can't be invaded, then you have something in your brain that needs to be detoxified. Like maybe it's all the fluoride. Anyway, back to the so-called assault rifles. Let me explain something to you people. The Bushmaster 12, or the Bushmaster is not an assault rifle, okay? It is a semi-automatic weapon. Assault rifles, here, I'll just read the article. This is regarding gun control. What is an assault rifle? From Earl Griffin at Infowars.com. I am more familiar with firearms than the average person. I sold them for a living for several years, and I worked as a peace officer. He says, there is a falsehood being perpetrated upon the public. You see, an assault rifle has what is known as a selector switch. This switch allows the shooter to change weapons, the weapons function from semi-automatic, like a hunting gun, to rapid fire, or in some cases, auto fire. Rapid fire allows the weapon to fire a burst of 3 rounds. Pop, pop, pop. Auto fire allows it to continue to fire so long as the trigger is depressed, which is full auto. So what was used at the school was not an assault rifle. It was a semi-automatic weapon. So these morons, Governor Cuomo, Mayor Bloomberg, Piers Morgan, Bob Costas, all you guys are morons because you don't even know the meaning of an assault rifle. You over here putting fear into everybody. I cannot take this. And the Second Amendment is not for hunting people. It is to protect us from a tyrannical government who wants to throw us in FEMA camps. And a lone voice in the corporate media wilderness, Ben Swan, basically is the only one out there, a Fox affiliate out of Connecticut, who basically knows the true meaning of the Second Amendment. And we'll go to the clip now. Oh, boy. I'm all worked up.
The discussion over gun control is something making headlines all over the country. For the past week, Reality Check has looked at the numbers behind gun control and crime rates. But tonight, we're looking at the Second Amendment, the intention behind it, and what the founders might think about the gun debate today. This is a Reality Check you won't see anywhere else. The discussion over gun control in light of the Connecticut school shooting has been building over the past week. Among the claims made that the Second Amendment was meant for hunting at a time when people use muskets. So we begin tonight with what the Second Amendment says. Quote, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, to be clear, the militia is not regular military. They were farmers and blacksmiths who went about their daily lives. But notice that the amendment says this is for the security of a free state. According to the 1828 dictionary and other historical documents of the day, that independent state was actually seen as an independent nation. So it's important to understand that the Second Amendment was not about guaranteeing the right to a musket. It was about citizens of a sovereign state matching force with military. I talked with attorney Don Moore about this.
From a legal standpoint, and the way I was taught in law school, essentially, the purpose of that amendment was to allow us to defend our country and to defend ourselves against our country.
You see, this is where American history becomes very politically incorrect, because the Second Amendment was not drafted for hunting or just self-defense from an attacker. The Second Amendment was put in place to guarantee the rights of the individual to be equally armed as military, both foreign and domestic, in the event that the citizenry might actually at some point have to fight their own government.
specifically, the purpose of the amendment was to have an armed society. Several examples in the 20th century where governments have perpetrated evil against its citizenry, some probably even in this century, 21st century. And it's very difficult to do that to an armed populace. To an unarmed populace, you can round them up, you can put them in ghettos, you can execute them, you can do all kinds of things when they're not armed.
So what this means for you, it's, again, a very controversial subject. But if we're going to have a debate about what rights are actually guaranteed under the Constitution, then we need to have an honest debate about what the founders were attempting to guarantee. The Second Amendment is about making sure the population would not be controlled, dominated, or oppressed by a government. It's not my place to attempt to tell you what the founders were thinking or what they'd be thinking today. But the principle of what they put in place had nothing to do with the kind of weapon they were guaranteeing. It was simply about matching force. And that is reality.
Well, there you have it. Ben Swan broke it down right there. There you go. Like Benjamin Franklin said, as the time goes on and the military upgrades their weapons, it is the right of the people to have the same capacity of weapons to stop a tyranny from forming, to stop from foreign invasion. He just broke it down right there. They need to replace Piers Morgan and put on Ben Swan, okay? A real journalist. That's a real journalist right there. All right, let's take some calls. 212-245-7273. We are live. Let's hear what the people want to talk about.
Hey, man, what's going on tonight?
What's going on, brother? What's on your mind?
I just think that they're wrong on a couple of these subjects. The British got rid of their guns, and it's a lot safer over there.
Crime went up, you moron! Crime went up! You need to check your facts, you scumbag! Get out of here! This guy, get out of here! Go watch Piers Morgan, you scumbag! I'm not going to allow you to pollute my show with such garbage! Get out of here, you're a communist! I think they need to bring McCarthyism back with scumbags like you. You think I'm wrong? Ben Swan just broke it down for you, you scumbag! That, you know, oh, the British got rid of their guns. The British don't have a constitution!
I love our monarchy. It is great.
No, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So why don't you go move to England? Why don't you go move to England where they don't allow you to have guns, and if you shoot somebody for breaking into your house, they throw you in jail?
Who cares about the guns? The police should have guns, not us.
Oh, well, yeah, I agree. The police should have guns. Teachers should have guns. We all should have guns.
I agree with that girl getting raped by TSA, too. That shit's right. She could have been a terrorist.
Oh, man. See, now we're just getting prank callers here. It's a shame. You know, I'm trying to touch on a serious subject here, and we got Jerky calling up. Keeps calling. Hello. You're on the air.
I agree with everything you're saying 100%. I love your show. Keep doing the good work.
All right. Well, thank you very much. At least we have one young lady who agrees with me out there. I appreciate the call. Oh, God, that guy's a moron. Yeah, you know he's just joking because he sounds like he's from down south somewhere. And, I don't know. Let's just take another call. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello? Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
Talk to me, brother. What's on your mind?
Yeah, no, I missed last week's show, but I did tape it and everything.
All right.
Was it about the shooting and everything you were talking about?
Yeah, basically we're talking about scumbags like Piers Morgan looking to...
Oh, my God, man. Piers Morgan is a joke, man. He's an embarrassment, man. And I thought who could be the worst scumbag there is, man, but he takes the cake.
Absolutely. What do you think about this Ben Swan guy?
Well, Ben Swan, at least he got some sense. We need people like him on there, but you know your mainstream media ain't going to put him on because he's going to speak the truth.
This is true. What do you think that's going on here with Sandy Hook? You think it's an inside job? You think there's some funny situations
going on? It could be, yeah. You know, now that I looked at it, because everything is done by inside job. It's all about mind control.
You know, in the Dark Knight, they had this map, and they called it some island. It was Triangle Island or something like that. And then recently, they just changed it to... From the first to the second movie, they changed it to Sandy Hook. If you look on the Batman movie, and you'll see Sandy Hook on the map. And I believe this is all a part of mind control. They got some Manchurian candidate, mind-controlled patsy out there to, who was on serotonin reuptake inhibitors, these psychotic, psychotropic drugs. And basically they mind-controlled him, hit a switch, and he went in there and did this. And one of the key tells is also when they kill themselves right away. As soon as people come up and they off themselves.
The reason why they kill themselves is because they don't want to deal with the system. That's why.
Nah. Did you watch Conspiracy Theory last week?
Yeah. They talked about brain invaders.
Yeah. Give my audience a quick review, if you can.
Well, I think what it is what your government has been doing is like using these type of rays or something, to like cause like mind control and all that. But the main thing that caught my eye was the Mansies. They're gonna use those like apes, like the Planet of the Apes, the new version that came out in 2011.
Yes.
They're gonna use those apes as super soldiers.
Yes.
They're half man, half human.
Yes.
I was saying, are they serious, like, man?
Yeah, this is what they're doing. They're draining our water, creating humansies.
Yeah.
What else? The Tesla ray. It's all sorts of stuff going on, and it's out of control. All right, Steve.
Oh yeah. Before I go, do you know John? The president of the MTA is supposed to be running for mayor.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people running for mayor. That other witch is running for mayor too.
Come back either, man. He's corrupting things as well too.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a real candidate we can vote for. Why don't you run for mayor, Steve? I'd vote for you.
Well, yeah, that's wishful thinking. Trust me,
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Anybody with Bloomberg. See, the only thing I got pissed off at Christy Quinn, she banded the term limit.
Yeah, that's the witch. That's the witch I was talking about. Yeah, I'm not voting for her neither. Yeah, we definitely need to get somebody better out there. All right, let me get some other callers, Steve. I appreciate the call. Give me a call, 212-245-7273. All right, let's move on to another article. Armed citizen, not police, prevented massacre in Oregon. The shooting story you probably didn't hear about was a rabid gun control enthusiast ignore the bigger picture. You see, there was this mass shooting in Oregon, almost a mass shooting in the mall. And the guy was going around picking people off. He only got to 2 people. Maybe I can get that article. We don't have enough time. But anyway, the guy was a citizen. He was able to legally carry a gun. And he was in the mall. He heard 3 shots go off. Immediately pulled out his legally owned gun. Found the perpetrator who was going around shooting innocent people. Drew down on him. Couldn't get a clear shot, but the perpetrator turned around, saw he had a gun aimed down on him, and panicked, stuck the gun in his mouth, and shot himself. So therefore, by simply pointing a gun at a sick individual, deranged maniac scumbag, it caused him to take his own gun and shove it in his mouth. You see, had nobody been there with a gun, who knows how many people he would have killed. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, sir. I love...
Oh, jeez. It's my little practical joker again. I love you too, guy. At least you're watching. All right, moving on. And also, this is from naturalnews.com. Numerous school massacres stopped by gun owners who wielded their weapons in defense of children. You won't hear about the Pearl High School massacre in Mississippi because this incident began the morning of October 1st, 1997, when a 16-year-old student, Luke Wyndham, entered the school with a rifle, wearing an orange jumpsuit and a trench coat. Making no effort to hide his weapon, he initially entered the school and shot and killed 2 students, 7 others injured. He was stopped by an assistant principal, Joe Myrick, who retrieved a .45 caliber handgun from the glove box of his truck. And the principal says, I've always kept the gun in the truck just in case something like this ever happened. There you go. Another example, Appalachia Law School in Virginia. 2002, Peter Rodriguez, 43, former student of Niagara, arrived on campus of the school with a handgun around 1 p.m. and immediately killed 3 people. At least 2 of them were point-blank range. Two students, Michael Gross and Tracy Bridges, both retrieved handguns from their vehicles and confronted this scumbag. As former police officers, both men were trained to subdue suspects. Well, there you go. You had two more armed citizens who stopped a school massacre. And also from naturalnews.com, Gallup poll, 64% of Americans want school officials armed to protect children. There you go. You got 64% of Americans who want children armed, and people are out there buying guns at a massive record. You go ahead and turn your guns in, you morons. I'm going to keep my legally owned guns, and I encourage everybody to do the same and go out and buy more guns, okay? Now, you can't buy an assault rifle in this country without going through the major loopholes, okay? So don't believe this myth that, it happened with an assault rifle, man. No, these are semi-automatic weapons, okay? Morons. Also, Discovery Channel cancels hit gun show after school massacre. Yeah, the Discovery Channel canceled American Guns and Sons of Guns. Those guys are scumbags. Boycott Discovery Channel, boycott CNN, boycott Fox News, boycott MSNBC, and if you're still watching these mainstream media outlets, you're behind. It's time to catch up, okay? You need to start looking at alternative news outlets as myself, as DrudgeReport.com, as Infowars.com, and NaturalNews.com. All right, we're out of time, people. I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Merry Christmas. I hope you get everything you want. If not, then everything you need. God bless America. God save the Constitution. And if you have received this transmission, then you are the resistance.